Like, oh, and I should say, these guys are featured readers tonight, Anthony and Farah. They host a reading series called Working Title. And that's every month downstairs at the depot. And there was one last night, Yumi read at it. It was awesome. Was it awesome?
Yeah.
You had a great time?
Yeah.
There's music, there's rap music, there's guitar music, there's people reading their poetry and the like. So it's great. Anthony creates images with words and likes to reflect life in abstract ways. He specializes in short plays and poetry, but dabbles in all types of writings. When Ant's not interning for the SF Playhouse, he is working on new music under the alias Sparks Across Darkness. Please welcome him, Anthony and
Thank you. Okay, can I scoot this thing? All right, awesome. Word. So I'm really excited to be here at the VelRo series. And I'm really excited to open up for my cohort, Farah, because she's badass. And I really appreciate VelRo asking the two of us to be here. And yeah, so what I'm going to be sharing for the first time ever is actually, it was a final for one of my classes a while back. And the way that it's formatted is it's a lot of separate poems. But it's actually meant to be read in like a chronological fashion. So I thought it would be a good time to share it. You guys all have to look up and stare at me and listen to me for a while. So I was like, hey, whatever, I'm gonna make them listen to this shit. So, yeah, and just to keep in mind when you're listening to it, it's supposed to be kind of like a reflection of a utopian society, or what could be called a utopian society, and it's definitely separated into different classes, and it's, you know, definitely like a sci-fi type of situation going on here. So without further ado, here you guys go. Community to all behind the wall. A wall that cuts clouds to tears surrounds this place, where civilization is shrouded in misconception. Houses look much like the next, in rows where one turn leads you to a house. In that house lives a man who wears a jewel drip mask, much like the rest. These masks serve as a way to distinguish all classes. The amount of detail and cost dictates your position, shimmering fluorescent rocks on top of ivory surfaces. There is a president. No one remembers electing who possesses the most intricate mask, impressing the rest. It might be said that your underface is of no mind, no identity, unless you are unfortunate enough to be born to a pigment of a lighter hue than the rest. Those people are only there to serve the civilization, to do the things you would rather not do yourself. After that first turn we took on a row with same, lies another man inside his house. After that first turn, the masks he wears is a commendable one. It assures his invite to all the sociable events. If you look closely, he is almost slightly different. Sociable events. Once a week, events are held. No one speaks. Tents raised high. Candy is free. Kids wear ties. Two light hues, no masks, no identities. Enter the circle center show. Only rule is one must die. It must be a death worthy of talking about. The light hue left living wears a mask until their next show. I live in existence among the rest. Constant keyboard splash, workstation honeycombs, a wave of solid production. I'm amongst the crowd here at my designated location. All I know is this existence. Once, someone unplugged before our time to vacate. Sure, I reported it directly. If I were of a lighter hue, I'd do all I was told to do. It's just that simple being alive. There couldn't be anything wrong with what we know. It's all there is behind our wall. If I could see reality beyond the shadows we're allowed to see, I'd be blind. Number one. Are you thinking about it? There is never a good time. We need to keep this quiet. To be alive is to stay in line. They banish us, you know, if ever we were nobody. Off the wall we tumble down, your mask is to be shown. An awful task to be somebody. Are you nobody too? We last behind our masks. The wall is here forever. That mask you wear. A face has a million masks that stand bold, shout things they don't mean, tell tales already told. This body holds lies unseen, to be honest, an awful task. Anything to do with truth hidden behind your mask. Teeth fall out of face, steady pace, circular race, an old shoe and a trail, tails carved into synapse. I don't mind. Behind your masks, under plastic, sarcastic tones plastered, in that mask you wear. I don't mind. Number 2. When all are sleeping, I go walking to keep going. The night sky looks inviting. One step leads to many steps. There must be more to go, over the hill of similarities. Sparks in the sky fly still. I wonder why they shine. Can't see a thing, but heard it. Sounds an illusion to the blind. A rustle of the foliage, it couldn't be, but it was. Mask on top of a lighter hue. Please, don't say anything. And I was quiet then, for once. At a recent sociable event. Recent recipient of the mask is missing. No one has seen him in days. If you know or have heard of anything. Since we need to make an example, tonight's event will leave no victor living. 4 souls covered in flesh are tossed into a ring with sharpened objects protruding. At first there is no movement, then pain of making a horrible decision, the bodies transform to beasts. These 4 lives dwindle down to 2, and then there is only 1 left. They are rewarded with death. Recollection of one man behind the wall. Now would be a fine time to tell, for what has happened is wrong. A lighter hue escaped, propelled. All I did was go along. I could have stopped him then, perhaps. All I did was much less. Would I do it once more again? Just keep this to myself, I guess. It must be hard to be that man, your masks worn, only in victory, to be a pawn in their game plan. Could that be all they see in me? He spoke about places beyond. He explained tragedies so calm. His soul sung how it is to be a hue, a lighter shade than me. President surprise punch with a kick. At an event like this, be up to the task. If you're there and in the present, in these circumstances we must stand. Light hues are not real people. If you're there and in the present, it's better to keep in line, you know? Light hues are not real people. Are you with us or with them? It's better to keep in line, you know? Unmasked hue molested by the president. Are you with us or with them? If you say anything, you're against me. Unmasked hue molested by the president. No one at the dinner party notices. If you say anything, you're against me. A furious blow to his intricate mask. No one at the dinner party notices. In these circumstances, we must stand. A furious blow, the president's intricate mask. At an event like this, be up to the task. Slanted truth. I see the truth. It's at a slant. These masks do keep us blind. At an angle, perspective changes. Tricks inflicted on the mind to speak tale of death to child. This must be met with ease. The truth is hidden plainly. They keep each hue too blind to see. After the punch. At an undisclosed location, my underface is calling. This could be the end. I scrape off skin then. My pores are free when the rest of me is too. The traitor. The president's brand new intricate masks reflect the sun rays into the crowd. A young child was blinded The parents are wondering why they're even there. A traitor is in our midst, a man who struck me for no reason at all. It was awful. The audience was ears open now, and a child was still as blind as ever. However, we've located the escaped light Hugh. He was held by the same traitor just the other night. A sudden loss of air filled the auditorium at once. People hardly know what to make of such news. They are told to feel a certain way, and to disobey is punishable by death's show. So is the fate of the man and the light Hugh.